Alrighty then, going to do a pickups video, which is something I haven't done in quite a while. Start off with the games like I normally do. Hopefully I got everything on my things to show in the pickups video list. If I forgot anything, I'll show it later on. But here is NES game, Contra. Was hoping for a better, hoping the label will be in better condition for the price, but this game is very popular, a lot of people want to play it. Also came with a official NES sleeve. This is the later edition of the sleeve that they put out. Speaking of sleeves, here we have a clear NES reproduction sleeve by globalgamegear.com. You can buy their products on Amazon. This is a clear version. I don't know if they make another version or not, but you can see the game while it's inside the sleeve. It slides easily in and out, which is a good thing. I think I bought about 10 of these, so it's a good deal. This game I actually played back in my partying days at a friend's apartment on a not so good side of town, but it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. Label is in excellent condition. The game plays flawlessly. I think I just had to clean it just a little bit and I was off and running. But yeah, great game. Enjoying the hell out of it. It's pretty much just an arcade port of the, a port of the arcade game, which sadly has not been released on the PlayStation Network. Only Xbox Live for the Xbox 360. Hopefully they'll port that over to the PlayStation 4 and 3 or something, because I really like to play that game. But this is a worthy port to play. Dead Space 3 limited edition. This is the only edition I could find. Bought this game to play with a coworker. I have 1 and 2 as well. Really enjoyed this genre of games. It's horror action by Visceral Games and EA. This is more an adult game. I wouldn't recommend it for kids. There's a lot of there's some jump scares in here and some pretty graphic stuff. I mean, just really gnarly looking monsters, you know. This just arrived the other day. Combo pack of Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2. Once again, bought this because the coworker wanted to play these types of games online. Wasn't into them, but after I played, Call of Duty Medal of Honor again, I think it was Modern Warfare 2 or something, or Modern Warfare 4, or whatever it is. I thought, well, what the heck, why not? I like first-person shooters. These games look beautiful, and I'll enjoy playing this with a coworker. There we are. Those are done. Continuing on with games. This is for the PlayStation, Ape Escape. Great game. Played it in my childhood. This is the edition I actually owned as well. This costs a little bit less than the Greatest Hits edition, at least my copy did. In great condition. Brought back a lot of great memories. This plays flawlessly on the PlayStation 3. I noticed some games just don't play all that well on the PlayStation 3 emulation. When you're playing PlayStation 1 games on the disc, notably. I don't know, but yeah, just great platforming game. You're going around catching these monkeys. They look exactly like they do on the front cover, pretty much, and they're uniforms, anyways, or costumes. So that is very enjoyable. So glad to have that back in the collection. Moving on to something very special in the collection now, which is Bag's Groove by Miles Davis. This is a XR CD put out in the 80s, I believe, or 90s. Put out by JVC. It says here on the this here, it says superior audio file quality, and it does live up to its name. You get 7 tracks on this album. This is also available in regular CD, original vinyl record, and a Quality Records pressing, which I do own. But this is made with the 20-bit K2 super encoding, and it sounds just simply amazing. It has the warmth and presence of the vinyl record, but you don't have to go through the trouble to actually own the record. So it comes with this little essay here about Miles, and talking about the album, the tracks, where it was recorded, what date it was recorded, a little bit about the XR CD making process. So it comes in that paper sleeve. I didn't like that, so I put it in one of my CD notebooks. There's not much to look at on the CD. It's just like silver or something. I don't remember exactly. Sticking with the jazz. Relaxing with the Miles Davis Quintet. This is just like a replica of the actual album put out by our friends at Analog Productions. This is the mono edition, mastered by Kevin Gray at Coherent Audio, and I'll review this thing when I actually make a separate video. But from what I've heard so far, it sounds fantastic. Miles Davis, Round About Midnight. This is a 2 CD edition. You get the full album with, I think just live tracks and 4 bonus tracks on the first CD. So you get a lot of great stuff here. I listened to that almost in its entirety one night amidst drinking. Miles Davis, Kinda Blue on CD. Great album. 2-disc edition with studio sequences and some studio chatter, false starts. Very interesting stuff. Another Columbia 2 CD edition of a Miles Davis album, which that album is Sketches of Spain, arranged and conducted by Gil Evans. Just more studio sequences here, rehearsals. You get the full album on disc 1, and I think some stuff off of Someday My Prince Will Come, one song off of there. But just excellent album, and I'll review these actual Miles Davis CDs in their entirety because they're special editions and they're really good. And CD copy of Someday My Prince Will Come. Great album with Coltrane, Miles Davis, Hank Mobley, White and Kelly, Paul Chambers, and Jimmy Cobb. Just great sextet here. Just amazing music here. One of his best, in my opinion, next to Kinda Blue. Everything I've heard so far from Miles has been nothing short of simply amazing. That's why I buy these. Cooking with Miles Davis, Rudy Van Gelder remaster. From what I've heard, this is good. This is a later remaster, which sounds better. I don't know the track names, but this is a Prestige release. I will get Steamin' eventually on CD. I'm just kind of waiting for a paycheck to come through. I mean, I can afford it now, but why get it? I bought all this stuff. I don't know if I showed this yet, but this has been in the collection for quite a while. Never opened it. The Velvet Underground, Nico and Me. This is a Rarities edition. I opted not to get the 2 CD edition, simply because it's very expensive now for whatever reason. But you have mono versions of certain songs, I think, or singles or something. Yeah, mono singles. But great album. Still haven't opened and listened to it. Johnny Griffith Sextet. I don't know if I showed this. Not much to it really. Jazz Collection Series, which those CDs actually sound really good. I've sampled the Relaxin' with Miles Davis in that series, and it sounds very good. But that's just 1994 CD edition. Here is Richard Wright's Wet Dream. This is very expensive, but well worth owning. I'm surprised they haven't re-released this on a CD or even vinyl. There's only like copies out there from the 90s. On CD and the original record, which just has never been reissued for whatever reason. Don't know why. Alright. Tycho, The Science of Patterns. This is an EP. It was quite expensive for as many tracks as there are on here. I didn't know it was that sparse with the tracks, but it's very good. Had to replace the case because it actually came busted, unfortunately. But very interesting pieces of music here. Very chill out music. Great beats. I've listened to this in my nice headphones, and it just sounds simply amazing. It's hard to come by. I looked all over for it online in MP3 format and just couldn't find it, so I settled for this. I'll have to head on to part 2 before we do. Led Zeppelin, In Through the October. What an amazing album. I have this in another 1994 CD format in the original record. And we'll see you guys in part 2. If you like what I have to offer on this channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comments and questions I'll get back to as soon as possible.